New York State is taking a closer look at how it protects its nursing facilities. New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo issued an executive order mandating all nursing homes and adult care facilities to test all personnel for COVID-19 two times a week and report any positive test results to the State Department of Health by the next day. The executive order also mandates hospitals cannot discharge a patient to a nursing home unless that patient tests negative for COVID-19. Now, all nursing home and adult daycare facilities and administrators will be required to submit a plan on how they'll accomplish this testing and a certificate of compliance with this executive order to the State Department of Health by Friday, May 15th. Currently, New York ranks the highest in population of nursing home residents across the country. But when it comes to nursing home deaths, 34th in the nation in regards to any state with nursing home deaths. In other news, New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo is alerting 49 other states across the country about emerging cases of COVID-19 related illnesses in children. The new condition associated with COVID-19 is called Pediatric Multisystem Inflammatory Syndrome. The symptoms for pediatric syndrome include persistent fever, rash, abdominal pain, and vomiting. The state is currently investigating more than 85 reported cases where children are experiencing symptoms similar to an atypical Kawasaki disease that's possibly due to COVID-19. The illness has taken the lives of 3 young New Yorkers so far. An additional 2 deaths are currently under investigation. Mayor de Blasio also announced the city will be taking immediate actions in response to the illness. Health and hospitals will now be testing all children with symptoms for COVID-19 antibodies. Health and hospitals and the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene will also begin studying centralized developments of the illness. Well, in New York City, COVID-19 has disproportionately affected communities of color, especially low-income communities. And how to address these racial disparities, the governor is announcing the launch of a new initiative in partnership with Northwell Health, establishing 24 new temporary testing sites at churches and houses of worship in impacted communities. The 21 zip codes with the newest COVID-19 hospitalizations, 20 have greater than average Black and or Latino populations. The results of the state's diagnostic testing and antibody testing surveys show low-income and minority communities are suffering the most from COVID-19. And Bronx that will continue to cover the coronavirus pandemic and bring you the latest news and information. But stay with us because coming up after the break, we're going to talk about how businesses in the Bronx, particularly in the Bronx, are dealing with the COVID-19 crisis, especially with the lack of funding. That's coming up next on Open.